my gosh! Now it's music!
Music?
Yeah, it's music. Like this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video, obviously, I am doing a stationery haul. Arteza was kind enough to send me some of their products to not only unbox and show you guys, but also try out. So I will be reviewing some of their products and telling you guys a bit of what I am going to be using them for. So the first thing I got is this framed magnetic dry erase lapboard in the size 12 by 14. It is a set of 2 and it also came with a lot of other different supplies. I have personally started to like whiteboards even more, so I recommend that you guys try them out. I am a visual learner, which means that I find it really hard to grasp certain concepts if they're not drawn out in front of me, so this whiteboard would be a big help with that. And I also like to have my reminders displayed in front of me, so I definitely knew this would come in handy. So those are my reasons for purchasing, but upon opening it and for my first impression, I was pretty impressed. I totally forgot that the kit came with not only 2 whiteboards, but also magnets, pins, erasers, and markers, so I was very grateful for that. I honestly think that the fact that it came with all these supplies and the fact that the whiteboard was actually tailored to fit these supplies, like there was a mini cork board on the sides of the lapboards, and I just found that really cool and such a great way to stimulate productivity, since now you have so many different mediums in front of you, like this whiteboard and a cork board. When I tried out the markers on the whiteboard, I found it really smooth, very pigmented. Honestly, 10 out of 10, nothing bad to say about it. I think one of the coolest parts was also the fact that they were both magnetic, so it's easily accessible. Overall, my ratings: in functionality, I gave it a 5 out of 5. So many different ways you can use this. It's portable, there's a mini cork board, many different ways to customize and style it your own way. In terms of aesthetics, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I really liked the way that this was designed, but the 0.5 I deducted was only from the fact that I really like to gear more towards minimalistic things, so the really thick frame didn't appeal to me, but nevertheless, it was pretty good, and the design with the corkboard was pretty smart. Lastly, for the price, I gave it a 5 out of 5 because they didn't just only give you 2 lapboards, but they gave you the supplies, and not just markers and erasers, but literal magnets and pins to put in the corkboard. I thought that was pretty nice, and for the price, it is definitely worth it. So to go with my whiteboard, since I clearly have a whiteboard obsession, I decided to get this whiteboard cleaner set with 12 chisel tip dry erase markers. I thought it would be nice to have a variation in the types of markers that I have, and I really want to take good care of my whiteboard, so I got the actual official cleaning liquid. As for my first impression, right off the bat, I love the packaging of this. It's packaged in a way where you can actually keep the box and keep everything organized, and also the fact that there were 2 options, either the bottle option or the spray option for the cleaner, was also very nice. There is definitely a pattern when it comes to Arteza and its ability to let you customize what you purchase. For the ratings, I gave functionality a 4 out of 5, and I deducted the star not because they worked bad, but the fact that the site only sells small whiteboards and they have 2 whole bottles of cleaner doesn't really add up. So in terms of functionality, I don't really need to use 2 whole bottles. But that is just me nitpicking in case any of you guys are pretty picky with your stationery. I gave aesthetics a 5 out of 5. I don't really find aesthetics to be a very important part of this certain product, so nothing to really complain about. And for the price, I gave it a nice 4 out of 5, only because of that same issue with there's not a big enough whiteboard to accompany this cleaner set. So I thought that one doesn't need to pay that much just for cleaning. However, it does depend on what you are buying it for. If you are just looking for a cleaner set for your huge whiteboard, then I think that it would be a good 5 out of 5. But since I bought a lap board from Arteza on top of this, because they didn't sell the big ones, I thought it would be a good 4 out of 5. Hi, this is me at 12:20 a.m. editing this video, and leave it to me to rant about whiteboards and whiteboard cleaners. I don't know. The products were all so good. I'm so happy I have a whiteboard on my desk. Now, on to the next product. I got sticky notes, the 100 sheet pack of 12 with many different colors. The reason why I bought such basic sticky notes was because these are the ones that really allow you to get maximum space and make the most out of it. For the new school year and for annotations and such, I really needed just a nice blank piece of post-it that also had a variety of colors, then I could kind of assign a certain color to a different fact or aspect. But that was the reason why I got these, and let me just say, the packaging, again, amazing. It's literally something that can work as your own storage unit. In terms of internal packaging, I love how each post-it was wrapped securely and safely, so whenever I don't need to use it, it can just be nice and tucked away, but when I do, I can just take it out and unwrap it. It would give me that nice and fresh feel that all stationery lovers love. It was honestly really nice to just go simple and get these nice post-its. I don't have any, surprisingly. All my post-its are literally just designs that I use on my bullet journal, but not in school, so this was a nice addition. And in terms of rating this, I gave everything a 5 out of 5. Functionality, I knew that it would honestly be the most functional thing because of the space that it has and the variety of colors. The aesthetic, I loved the colors. It ranged from deep blue to like a pastel pink, and I thought that was a nice little variety that a lot of people would enjoy. And for the cost, it was pretty affordable. I liked how it came with a whole storage system and so many different colors. The total was 100 sheets, and the price that was listed for them is pretty reasonable. So next up would be the fineliner pens that I got. I mainly got fineliner pens for my bullet journaling and for kind of like sketches and outlining. I am not big on fineliners, but as I began bullet journaling and using the gel pen, I realized that on top of pencil, gel pen seems to skip. So the only solution is to get a fineliner, and so I decided to get these. These are actually pretty good. I tested them on the post-it and it came out smooth, no skipping, perfectly intact, and something that I know will definitely last for a long time. In terms of functionality, I gave it a 5 out of 5. It is great, and the texture is definitely different than a gel pen, which is really what I've been aiming for, since the gel pen is what skips on top of pencil. So this pen is definitely a good solution to my problem. In terms of aesthetic, I gave it a 5 out of 5 because I love the minimalistic, sleek look. There's nothing too complicated about it. It has all the facts, 0.4, Arteza, and that is really all you need. In terms of the price, I gave it a 4 out of 5, mainly because this is the type of fineliner where it's not as pigmented. I've noticed that when I'm writing with it, it has kind of like a gray undertone. It's actually not that noticeable. That is really for the artists out there who are very precise with their coloring, but as you can see in the video, it is barely noticeable. So if you're just looking for simple fineliners, these will definitely do. I also decided to get the black rollerball pens in 0.7 millimeters in the 40 pack and the retractable black gel pens in 0.7 millimeters in the 24 pack. I'm a huge fan of 0.7 millimeter pens. I think that it produces and brings out even more ink from the pen onto the paper, which gives a more smoother feel and allows you to write more swiftly, giving off a better impression of your handwriting. Overall, in simple words, it makes my handwriting look so much better than it actually is. I got the rollerball pens because it has a fade resistant aspect to it, which basically means that even if I erase anything around it, then it will not fade itself. I found this to be a problem with all my other pens, so it's really nice to have super pigmented rollerball pens that will not only glide through the paper but also not fade. For an essential pen, I got these retractable black gel pens. These gel pens are super smooth, amazing grip. Honestly, have no problem with them. They never skip. These pens are actually super underrated. I've tried a multitude of black gel pens, and this one is definitely a necessity that you need in your pencil case. It's one of those really reliable pens that you know will never fail on you, as dramatic as it sounds. In terms of rating, I gave everything a 5 out of 5. The functionality is great. You can use it for notes and it will never fail on you. In terms of aesthetics, I think it has a pretty great design, and for cost, the amount of pens that you get for the price given is totally worth it. You can literally stock up with these pens, which I think is the best part. This is getting things so much more cheaper and it lasts for a very long time. So a great offer. I really love this, and I think it's actually the favorite thing that I've gotten. So last and definitely not least, we have this hardbound sketchbook in size 8.5 by 11 in 110 sheets and the pack of 2. Now this was such high quality. When I touched it, I felt like I did not deserve to put my hands on this. I am at a loss for words. It is so slick and beautiful, and the paper quality is amazing. Definitely something that can last a long time. In terms of ratings, I gave functionality a 5 out of 5. The paper quality is great. It also has like a little bookmark to mark where you are. The hardcover is something that makes it really sturdy, and the best part is that it lays flat, which is the most functional feature that I think it has. A lot of issues with books is that they always flip back forward, or like you have to hold it down when you're drawing or writing, but this is a distraction-free notebook. You get to focus on your drawing while it lays flat. And for aesthetics, I gave it a 5 out of 5 as well. As you can tell, this is so beautiful, so minimalistic. You can customize the cover yourself, which is, back to the part about Arteza having customizable products. And for price, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I don't exactly remember why I gave it a 4 out of 5. So we're going to change that real quick to a 5 out of 5 because this is something that I think is definitely worth the price. You get 2 notebooks, and it is totally customizable, hardcover, and a good paper quality. I think it's worth the price that is given. So these are all the supplies that Arteza sent me. Huge thank you to them for sending me all these products. I really enjoyed showing you guys what I got for the upcoming school year and for my summer classes. If you guys are looking for art supplies or back to school supplies, I recommend that you guys check Arteza out. They have a really big supply of art products and whatnot. If you guys are looking for any inspiration or art creativity, check out their YouTube. They have a lot of inspirational videos over there. But otherwise, thank you again for watching this video. I hope to see you guys in my next one.